Using the keyboard for performances and creating user tones. With the CTX 5000, users can edit the included tones to create their own tones and save up to 100 tones. Here, we will describe how to create tones while taking a look at the different functions that can be used for performances. The keyboard has an auto power off function. If you do not perform any keyboard operations for 30 minutes, all settings that have not been saved will be lost. To prevent this, we can disable the auto power off setting. Press the function button and select Other. Switch off the auto off setting here. To edit a tone, first select the tone that you want to edit so that it appears in the upper one part of the LCD area. Note that you cannot select drum set tones here. After selecting a tone, press and hold the function button until the edit indicator lights up. This changes the keyboard to the tone editing mode from which you can edit tones. You can adjust the attack time and release time to control when a note starts to sound and how long a sound lingers after release. You can also adjust tone quality by modifying the cutoff frequency and resonance. Selecting vibrato and pressing Enter allows you to select from among 4 different types of vibrato waveforms. You can specify settings for the vibrato depth, vibrato speed, and vibrato delay, the time at which the vibrato starts after a note sounds. Change the octave shift and volume values as necessary. Next, set the velocity sense to control how much the tone and volume change according to how the keys are touched. A value of 0 means that touch will not have any effect. You can also adjust the standalone effects, reverb, chorus, and delay. The keyboard contains 100 high-performance DSP effects created from combining various algorithms, allowing you to use this setting to create a wide range of rich expressions. To enable DSP effects when the keyboard is in the tone editing mode, press 1 or 3 until DSP Edit appears in the LCD area. Press the Enter button and then select On the On-Off screen. Press the arrow buttons to display DSP number and then select the preset DSP. Pressing Enter again will allow you to adjust the parameters of the DSP module. The numbers 1 through 800 correspond to the built-in tones. You can specify only numbers for the built-in tones with DSP. Numbers 801 through 900 are reserved for DSP editing. Select a DSP of your choice by referring to the DSP list in the appendix. To save a tone after editing, press Write. When Sure appears, press the Yes button. Settings are complete when Complete appears. Press the Exit button to end the tone editing mode. When saving a new tone, the smallest number for a user tone that has not been saved is used. After a tone is saved, no name appears for that tone. To change the name of a user tone, repeatedly hold the Record Stop button until Tone Name appears in the LCD area, and then press the Enter button. Enter the new name. After you are finished entering a name, press Enter, and when Sure appears, press the Yes button. Press the Exit button to end the operation. To copy a user tone, select Tone Copy when tone name is displayed, and then press the Enter button. Select the tone number to which the tone will be copied, and then press the Enter button. Press the Yes button to begin copying. Press the Exit button to end the operation. To delete a user tone, select Tone Clear when tone name is displayed, and then press the Enter button. When Sure appears, press the Yes button. Press the Exit button to end the operation. The keyboard contains 3 types of effects: 32 types of reverb, 16 types of chorus, and 20 types of delay. You can check whether the applicable indicators are lit up to determine whether each of the effects is on or off. To change these effect settings, first press the Function button. Press 1 or 3 until reverb, chorus, or delay appears in the LCD area, and then change the appropriate values. When all settings are complete, press the Exit button to end setup. Next, we'll take a look at the equalizer function. The keyboard contains 10 equalizer presets, and users can specify 4 band user equalizer settings. To change the equalizer settings, first press the Function button, and then press 1 or 3 to select Equalizer on the LCD. The numbers 1 through 10 in the set values indicate a preset. To use the user equalizer settings, select 11 for user. Press the arrow keys to select User EQ, and then press the Enter button. You can change settings within 4 bands: low, mid 1, mid 2, and high. You can also adjust the volume by using input level and output level as necessary. Press the exit button to end setup. You can use the mixer function to specify volume, effect volume, and other settings for individual parts. The mixer part groups include keyboard, rhythm, song system, song solo, and more, and you can adjust each of these individually. To change the mixer settings, press and hold the part button. The mixer indicator lights up. The keyboard indicator lights up now, meaning that it is the mixer part group for the current operation. For keyboard, number 1 is upper 1, number 2 is upper 2, number 3 is lower 1, number 4 is lower 2, number 5 is auto harmonize, and number 6 through 9 are the 4 phrase pads. For each part, you can enable or disable the part as well as adjust volume, pan, reverb send, chorus send, and delay send as necessary. You can specify these settings by referring to an easy-to-understand 5-level indicator for each. Now, we'll take a look at the different functions that can be used during a performance. Using the arpeggiator allows you to automatically play back arpeggios and various phrases simply by holding down one or more keys. You can select from a wide range of settings, such as those for playing an arpeggio from a held chord and those for playing back different phrases. To use the arpeggiator function, press the Auto Harmonize Arpeggiator button. The arpeggiator indicator lights up. If the arpeggiator indicator is not lit up in the LCD area, press the Function button, select Auto Harmonize Arpeggiator, and press the Enter button, and then change the button assigned setting to Arpeggiator. Then, press the Auto Harmonize Arpeggiator button. The arpeggiator indicator lights up. When you hold down a chord or a single key, an arpeggio of the currently selected type plays. To disable the arpeggiator function, press the Auto Harmonize Arpeggiator button again. The arpeggiator indicator turns off. You can use the modulation function to add a modulation effect to sounds. You can also switch the button functions to change how DSP effects are applied to a tone. To add modulation effects to sounds, use them with the modulation assignable button held down. While the button is being held down, the lamps are lit like this, indicating that modulation effects are being applied to the keyboard performance. The effects are removed when you release the button. To change what happens when you press the modulation assignable button, press the Function button. Select Controller in the LCD area, and then press the Enter button. Then display Modulation Assignable and press the Enter button. Select the behavior of the Modulation Assignable button. Specify Moment 1 to enable the assigned functions only when you are holding down the button, and specify Toggle 2 to enable or disable the assigned functions each time you press the button. Let's use the registration function to allow us to recall the specified tone at any time. You can use the registration function to save various settings such as tones, rhythms, transpositions, splits, octave shifts, and touch response settings. This is a convenient function when you want to be able to recall the saved settings as necessary, such as whenever you perform a particular song. To save settings, first press the Bank button. The text Bank and the currently selected bank number appear in the LCD area. While this is displayed, you can change the bank number by pressing the Bank button. Press and hold the Store button, and then press one of the registration buttons from 1 through 8. This selects the area in which settings are saved. When you press these two buttons, the current keyboard settings are saved to the specified bank and area. To recall the saved settings, first press the Bank button, and then select the bank containing the settings that you want to recall. Next, press the Registration button for the saved settings, and then select the area containing the settings that you want to recall. Keyboard settings such as tones and rhythms will change automatically according to the settings that are called in this way.